Eljay?
Yeah?
I really want to see the new recap review. Where can I go?
Well, I'll tell you, little Johnny. If you head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel, you'll find all of our content, recap reviews, mock spotlights, and more on Vessel a week early. That's right, a full 7 days before we release it on YouTube. Not only that, but content from tons of other creators all across the internet. In order to access it, you need to sign up for early access, which is only $3 a month. It's a really great deal, and it helps us create better, higher quality content. It gets you guys in on the loop a whole week early.
Wow! I'm gonna go sign up right now!
You do that, little Johnny. You do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync. Hello and welcome back again to the TTV BrickFeed Podcast.
Yay!
Yay!
Halloween.
Hello and welcome back again. That's new.
Well, I mean, you know, we've done it once and we've done it twice.
What podcast
and now
number
we're doing
is
it a
this?
third time. This is the podcast number 3.
Yep, official number 3.
Not official number 3. Not to be confused with our pilot episode.
A lot of
which
people
does
may
not count.
wonder, like, why did we do a pilot? Well, why add that level of confusion? But, like, it was months beforehand. So
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
we
so the
recorded that in, like,
timeline,
January or
we
something.
recorded one.
Yeah, it
we
was
recorded
like-
one a long time ago.
I think it was
And then we
January,
started going.
actually. So it's like when you
Oh, wow.
step back into something after that long of a time, you kind of have to, it's almost like starting fresh for yourself, too, in a way.
Yeah.
And also, it was like, the pilot episode was a proof of concept. And so for some of those who might not be familiar with it, we do a lot of things that are like proof of concepts before we do an actual episode. And so that first one was kind of a proof of concept, but we had to release it. Normally we don't always release our proof of concepts. They stay internally. But we decided to release it to see how the reception to it would be. Because a part of the podcast is seeing how the fans receive it, what they think about it, that kind of thing.
And thankfully,
And so,
reception seems to have been pretty good. So, hey.
Right, yeah.
Pretty
Good
good.
amount of
So
comments,
the
good amount of
intro
views.
song sucks.
Yeah, and what the heck is with that little Johnny ad? That's so cringeworthy.
It's
Kind of is.
I mean, kind of not.
You drew the art
a
for
little
it,
bit.
lady.
And you told me
The
to.
art's not what's cringeworthy.
I didn't tell you to. Var did.
Did. Did he?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was either Var or Meso, I don't remember. They're so...
Speaking,
I believe I did.
speaking of who's telling what to do what, let's
Who
introduce
are we?
ourselves.
Hey!
Who are we, guys? My name's Kahi.
My name's Meso.
My name's Eljay.
And my name isn't Purple Dragon, but that's my nickname, so...
Oh, alright, be like that. And welcome again to TTV BrickFeed episode 3.
Get hype.
Okay.
For what?
I don't know.
First up on the docket. Let's like segue right in.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the main thing that like kind of came out over the last week and we're all really excited for here.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
man!
we've all
Like
seen
my
the
everything's
movie.
a sale on like ToysRUs.com, and like that's my most interesting bit of news.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
so
I gotta get
real
my
quickly,
$50
let's
$50
preface
off of
this.
my collectible minifigures.
I want to preface something. We do have a very specific leak policy, and that policy is we will not talk about or report on images that have confidential markings. So if they were leaked and have a confidential marking on them, then we will not discuss it. We won't show it. We won't acknowledge it. Well, except for that it exists. In this instance, this image technically did not come out as far as I'm aware through an official source, but it does not have any confidential markings at all. So we can talk about that. So before anybody gets in our case, that's the scoop.
Right. This is an official image given to retailers and that kind of thing. So it is technically a leak, but it's not a confidential leak, and we have
It's a
couple
gray
of things in the
area that
past,
we knew was
continue
going to
to-
happen eventually. So here we go.
Yeah. So there you go. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Kahi, launch us into this.
Okay, so we've known for a while that there's going to be 4 Marvel sets based off Civil War, and we've seen 3 of them. 3 of them are actually already out. The 4th one is only coming out in August, and I believe the reason why is because they didn't want to spoil the look for Spider-Man ahead of time. So I guess they just kind of ended up spoiling Giant Man
I know, right?
So it's like I mean I felt that Giant Man was way more of a surprise than Spider-Man because Spider-Man's in all the trailers. Giant Man is a moment that's not in any of the trailers. So if you
Spoiler
notice with
alert,
Giant Man,
Civil War.
Oh my god.
yeah.
I mean, no,
I guess
sorry.
it's only been out for like 2 weeks.
Lego should have let you know about that. They should have had spoiler alert on the box. So if you know about Lego, you know about Giant Man.
Listen, again, if you're the type of person who is avoiding all spoilers for Civil War because you're such a huge fan, and you have not seen this movie yet, what is up?
Yeah.
Not everyone can afford the movie,
who is it?
A lot
Someone
of
saying
people wait
last
for
week.
DVD.
There might have been like a couple people who are still, who for whatever reason haven't seen the movie yet, still really want to. Sure, but let's be real. Most of the people that are listening to this, it's a Lego set that's out. It's on store shelves. You go to Walmart, it's there.
I haven't seen it at Walmart.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
boy.
but
Yes, you
so
It's your jungle, Meso.
yeah, like
total
how you were
Walmart.
saying though, we had known about the Civil War sets that we had. There were supposed to be an allotted amount of Civil War related sets, and we got the one with Giant Man, we got the one with Crossbones, and then we got the one the one with Black Panther, and those are the three that we got. Well, we had always known there was going to be a fourth, but nobody had seen a picture of it, and everyone was just crossing their fingers going, oh, geez, I hope it's an airport extension scene. I hope we get, we did!
Captain America!
Shut
I guess
up!
it kind of is an airport extension, maybe.
No, it kind of
Yeah,
is.
it's got
Here's the
the
thing.
weird
You know what this
flag
truck
thing.
is? This is a truck where Ant-Man's like, I thought that was a water truck.
You see, well, I mean, the thing is, like, a lot of
It's
people have
not
been
accurate,
saying
but,
that
like,
the design
yeah.
is completely different.
Not even close.
Yeah.
There is one really important thing. And that is it has the Roxxon logo on that truck. That is pretty cool coming from a comics fan, coming from someone who's a part of the MCU. I think Roxxon's only been mentioned maybe in Jessica Jones.
No,
I
definitely
think,
not. Roxxon's been mentioned in like almost everything.
Wow.
I could be
Did you say it was mentioned in Daredevil?
It was definitely in
yeah,
Daredevil,
Daredevil,
season 2,
the
but
TV
I know it
shows.
in the movies as well.
Roxxon.
Because
Alright, where's Roxxon in the movies?
I did the MCU rewatch and they mentioned it a ton of times, I believe, in the first, I think it was in Iron Man 2, maybe. I'll look it up. I'll report you back to you in a moment.
Fair. Yeah, I don't know everywhere it's been mentioned. Roxxon is one of those companies that are like kind of an evil company in the Marvel universe, in the comics at least. And, they are responsible for a lot of things. I believe they're responsible for Jessica Jones' accident. I think that was the main thing, is that Roxxon was responsible for that.
Daredevil's
Jessica
accident?
Jones, yeah, I thought it was Daredevil.
Daredevil's accident as well. I think there's some. I think Roxxon, and I believe Roxxon is also part of they do like the stuff on Luke Cage, and they also did stuff with like Cloak and Dagger and that kind of thing. I'm not sure though. A lot of the times these evil companies
Roxxon
get back.
was mentioned in Iron Man 2, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, and Agent Carter, as well as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Daredevil. The only thing that's not listed here is Jessica Jones.
Really?
I haven't seen Jessica
enough.
Jones.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
So,
Go on.
Roxxon, they're pretty cool. They got their rocks on. But
That was dumb.
not as important. Not as important. As Spider-Man, oh my gosh!
I don't know,
we
man.
have
I
a
don't care about
It's weird.
Spider-Man.
minifig.
Spider-Man can, like, it's whatever. Go sit on the side. My favorite's Vision. He's so unique and fresh. It's
Okay,
like, come
so
on. Got, like, the
Meso
yellow
has-
Why
cape.
is he
That's pretty
green?
cool.
Both
Why is the
Both
Vision
Vision
green?
and Captain America are reused minifigures, I believe, from the last wave.
No.
Captain America is sporting.
Vision's so snazzy.
Yeah.
He's gotta be unique.
But why is
Vision
he...
and Captain America are sporting the same minifigures from last year's Ava Ultron sets. I believe Hawkeye is a little different.
Hawkeye is the new minifigure. Now, there
But
is a
he's
little
using
bit...
Captain America's like head, right?
Yeah,
Did you say- or-
from what I understand, and I don't know if this is true or not, because the only Marvel minifigures I have are Spider-Man minifigures. I haven't gotten any movie tie-in set for myself. People have said that Hawkeye is using Captain America's head, because there have been versions of Captain America with the head and not this like weird printed thing. And a lot of people are not particularly happy about that. They don't like the face, and they don't like it on Hawkeye. Keep in mind, it's a double-sided head, so there are two expressions.
Fine to me.
He's got a rage face. Ah.
Like, I like
I mean, the main
Hawkeye.
thing-
Motorcycle.
But I really do like Hawkeye. He's like one of my favorite characters because I really like the actor, and they made him quite cool in Age of Ultron. But I don't think him having a certain like facial expression is like the epic deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like, it's Hawkeye. He's just a dude. You know,
Yeah,
like,
right.
requires
He's a
any
dude with a
specific
bow.
printing, any like printed headpiece or whatever. He just has a face.
Yeah,
Pretty
and
much all
personally
of it.
speaking, I think this is the best Hawkeye minifigure we've gotten, because the original one for the Avengers movie, it had him with this like really weird slicked back hair that was completely inaccurate to anything.
Right.
It's super strange. So the really great thing about this set, aside from Spider-Man, of course, is that it really is an extension of the airport scene, because in the airport set, we got Giant Man and Ant-Man, Agent 13, who wasn't there, I have War Machine, Iron Man, Bucky, and Scarlet Witch.
Right.
This time, we're getting Vision, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, who weren't there, but we're also getting a second Captain America.
And I believe
It's a movie, man.
if it's everybody except for Black Panther and who else is missing from the lineup and the final fight there when it's like the 6v6.
Yeah.
Is Black Widow? Is there a Black Widow minifigure?
She was in
the airport?
Crossbones.
Right.
Yeah, she was in the Crossbones set.
In the airport. Okay, so yeah. Basically, if you get all the sets, you get all the people in Civil War.
Exactly,
Fair enough.
because if you get Black Panther Pursuit, you get Black Panther, obviously. You get Captain America with his hair, and then you get Bucky. And then if you get the Crossbones set, you get Black Widow, Falcon, and Red Wing.
Oh,
and then,
Falcon. All right.
yeah, and then
Wed
Crossbones.
Wing.
Wed Wing.
Wang. I guess really outside of we're trying to avoid talking about Spider-Man because Spider-Man's like basically the pinnacle, like the centerpiece of this.
Let's
It's what
talk
we
about
want to
the
talk about the
Vision.
most.
It's what we want to talk about.
Kahi,
the
let's-
Vision. I'm
let's
cool.
just-
I want to get a Vision, but
The Vision is green. Like, why is he? Why?
I mean,
he's green
he's
in
been
the comics, kind of. Yeah, that's kind of his thing. I do kind of wish they had the Vision with like the turtleneck and the like his
I do
casual
too.
wear.
I would.
I think that some people are going to actually make some custom with the
People
casual
already
Vision.
have. There are like turtleneck minifigures that they just plop Vision's head on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Kahi, let's discuss our perfect Spider-Man minifigure, because we had this discussion like about 2 weeks ago. Less than that, actually.
I've really been looking forward to this Spider-Man minifigure because I've been waiting for a really good one to come out. Like we've got
good.
some other ones. We've got some other Spider-Man minifigures over the years, but they all are in varying degrees of like all right, you know?
Yeah,
there's
you posted a picture here.
Mhm.
And
it has every one of them except
yeah.
for the SDCC Amazing Spider-Man 2 minifigure.
well, it's
Miles
actually missing two of
Morales.
them. And that's a good point.
Yeah, Miles Morales and the Iron Spider.
It's actually
yeah.
missing another one aside from this, because there was a set that came out with Sandman, the Rhino, the Iron Spider, which you just mentioned, as well as a new type of Spider-Man. And it's pretty much the only set that this specific type of Spidey came in. And it's exactly like the one on the far right, except that the feet are double molded. They have red boots instead of just blue feet. And I personally think at the time of this recording, before the release of this set, it is the best retail Spider-Man figure that you can purchase. But this Civil War set, however, that contends.
The main thing that gets me is that, and we argued about this the other day, Eljay. I've always thought that Spider-Man should have a red torso with blue printing on it, and the last iteration he had a blue torso with red printed on it. I did not like that. I felt that took away, like, it feels like too much blue, especially on the one without the boots, the red boots. It feels like too much blue in Spider-Man. He does not have enough red in it to really sell that. And with this one, not only does he have the red torso and the blue printing, but he's got the arm printing.
Okay.
He's got printing on his arms.
We discussed this, and now personally, I don't agree. I think Spider-Man should have a blue torso with red printing on it.
Yeah, I do too.
However, this one does look really good because it's just very intricate. Like the red torso, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a big focus, especially if you keep Spider-Man's arms to his side, which gives him the illusion of having blue sides. And the arm printing looks great. It's got the red boots. Essentially, it's a conglomerate of everything that you and I could have wanted out of a Spider-Man minifigure.
It looks
based
pretty
on our discussion.
fantastic.
Yeah, I really like how they used like the dark blue and not the really annoying bright kind.
Me too. That was the
Yeah,
thing I really
I love
noticed
that.
when I was looking at these comparison pictures. It looks very unsettling. The bright
Yeah.
blue color, it's so
It's like
distracting.
the blue screen of death blue.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Granted, I'm not, was it really that way in the movie?
Good question.
Kind of. A little bit. The blue in the movie is a little darker than what you would expect from some of the other Spider-Man films. I believe it's darker than Amazing Spider-Man 2 blue. I'd have to look at it again. Like a comparison photo of it to really, like, compare. But I also feel that in the movie Civil War that we have the best Spider-Man costume. I feel like this is the best Spider-Man costume I've seen on screen. Now, and the best Spider-Man I've seen on screen, so. To
be fair, Kahi, to your red torso argument, Prpl just posted a picture of, the classic image of MCU Spidey. He got Cap shield, boom, he's down on the tanker thing. He's like, hey everyone. Right. You see his shoulders, and they're red, and on this minifigure, he actually has a lot more red than most of the standard Spider-Man costumes have. So this costume, this minifigure having all that red actually really, really, really works for this minifigure, even if I don't personally think it should have been. I think that really works.
Right.
Does Spider-Man really have that much blue on his arms in the movie, though? Because, I'm looking at the picture, and it looks like his arms are mostly red.
The picture in the underside in Spider-Man, basically the underside of his arm is blue and the on top is red.
Oh, okay.
So I get why they decided to have the base be blue and then print on red on top. I feel like that definitely makes it feel way better. I can see where Eljay's coming from because of the arm printing. The blue torso might have actually worked in this one. I'm not sure, but I do feel like the blue, like the red printed on blue, comes off way too dark. But the blue being printed on the red, I feel works better. Even though it might be a tad darker than the actual blue used in the upper parts of the leg and the arms, I feel like that blue fits better than the too dark red. Like you can see in that photo that red is just too dark. It really like takes away from it looks like a sticker basically. And it's just how it's printed. It's printed on a dark blue piece. You can't do too much with it. But
yeah.
I don't know. I really do feel like this Spider-Man is going to be the best Spider-Man minifigure we've gotten on retail.
Hands down. I agree.
Sure.
It's based on the amount of pieces and the amount of minifigures. People are surmising that it's going to be roughly around $30 to $40.
I'd say 40 because licensing.
And, I would say 40 as well. I will be buying it. Well,
actually, if it wasn't for the stupid truck, I would buy it. If it had anything else other than the minifigures, I would buy it. But I can't justify that truck.
A lot of people do not like the rest of it. They're pretty much like kids are going to enjoy this, and adults are going to get the minifigures. So
yeah.
Real quickly, we don't actually know, or at least I'm not currently aware of its actual official release date. It's assumed to be August. However, nobody has a definitive release date.
No, that's kind of weird because aren't the other three already available?
Yeah, they've been available since March.
Interesting. I haven't been in Walmart in a while.
I guess several months later.
It's because Spider-Man was in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't want. I feel like they didn't want to spoil the costume design, but they spoiled friggin' Giant Man.
So. I know, right? That's so weird.
Nobody cares about Ant-Man. Who's there for Spider-Man? Come on, guys.
Wow. The thing is, the costume was such heavily contested before we saw it in the trailer. And that was one of the weird things where it's normally a lot of stuff gets leaked. And, that was one of the things that we actually had to wait until the, trailer to actually see it in action.
Yeah. And this isn't new. Lego will do this. Oftentimes, if they're at Brick Fair, they will just absolutely either annex minifigures, annex sets, or have just this white placeholder minifigures and not show them. So, this is not a surprise that we're only just now seeing this.
Yeah.
But it is a little weird. You're right, Prpl. It's a little odd that they decided to do it like this. I feel like had it been any other movie...
2 and 2 or something.
Right, or spread it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see them doing that and doing the airport one and the Spider-Man one in the fall. And that would have made sense so that Giant Man wouldn't be spoiled.
Yeah, agreed completely.
Because then you kind of wouldn't have
been
that
doing
hype
lately.
For the airport.
Lego's been staggering releases a lot lately, like the Ninjago Skybound having 3 sets in the summer, and now the Civil War having 1 set in the spring, the summer, the other in March. It's a little strange.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a better business practice for him. I wonder if they're getting more money like that.
It might be, because people might not have a ton of money all at once, and then by the time the sets are the hype for the sets is gone, then it's yeah.
Maybe, or it could just be people checking in again and again.
See, I'm now at a little bit of a crossroads. it's no secret. I'm not really a system guy. I don't buy system sets. For pretty much.
OMG,
I know.
who would have thought?
I know. It's incredible. But seeing this has really made me want to get all of the Civil War minifigures. Just
Really
to
want
line
to.
them up.
So I want to line them up like 6 versus 6 on that row.
Yes. But it's like, I'm probably just going to end up bricklinking the minifigures. It's like,
Honestly,
I feel like you'll
too.
be paying a lot more per minifigure, but
I will. I'll be, well, yeah, but it's like, that's what I'm going to do anyway.
Unlike all these usual sets where I'm like, oh man, if I buy them off Bricklink, yeah, it'll be cheaper, but I may as well just buy the set because I get all these cool parts and I get the cool set for only a fraction more. With this, it's just a stupid truck. So if I opted not to buy the set and just get the minifigures, like honestly, I could pay like $30, just get the minifigures, and I don't feel like I would have lost anything. Because I don't need or want that truck. I have no desire to get the truck at all. It
You
looks
could
ugly.
sell
I'm
it
not
to a
related to
fan.
anything. No.
Take a quick
Who's
look.
gonna want the Roxxon
Don't you want that
truck?
Roxxon logo? The Roxxon logo, bro.
It is a cool connecting thread, but not... I wouldn't even pay $10 for
We
that
can
truck,
use it
honestly.
for
I'm not thinking
mocking.
about, I don't know if it's ever directly... Is it directly mentioned in these Marvel movies, or just kind of
In
referenced?
some of them, I think it is mentioned by name, because I remember it, but in
I mean,
some,
no,
it's just
not
a
mentioned.
logo.
I mean, I'm talking about, being, a part of the plot. Like, Roxxon is
No.
not
It's all just been a reference. Like in conversation,
Right,
they'll
okay.
slip the name in, and the Netflix shows that's where it's been a part of the plot, and it was also an Agent Carter as a
Right.
part of the plot. So
Alright. I wonder, I must have been, getting it confused with some other corporation in Jessica Jones. I was kind of thought that Roxxon had something
I
to do with
doubt it.
Jessica
They may
Jones.
have mentioned it, and the thing I read was incomplete because that would make sense. A connecting thread. I don't know.
Alright, well, anyhow, there you go. That's the Spider-Man Civil War
I'm so excited.
set. That's our thoughts on it.
From the get-go, I don't care the price of this set. If Spidey was in it, I was going to get it. I'm still totally going to get this.
Yeah, this is a must buy for me. I'm going to buy it the moment it comes out.
Yep.
I have literally no interest in this.
Of course not.
I have no
You're-
interest in the truck. I can't justify the truck.
A lot of people can't.
Yeah.
So next up on the list, let's talk about Lego minifigures online. Did anybody play that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've never
I-
even heard of it until now.
I played the beta, I think.
I played the beta
played
as
the beta.
well.
This
In fact,
thing
I did a
that
Let's
just
Play
came
in the
up,
beta that
like-
was never released. Just because it was
This
so
thing just
boring.
came out before we started recording this. It's done. It has been, it's no longer going to be supported, basically.
It's not going to be. It is losing money, basically. It's a losing endeavor for Lego to continue to support it, which
Yeah.
I mean, kind of makes a lot of sense if you're asking me. I'm not I played it, didn't really find the entertainment value in it.
Yeah. It's kind of like Lego Universe, apparently. People played it and said this is cool, but not enough to actually keep on playing it.
Well,
I
Lego
don't think-
Universe is a sad thing. I feel like Lego Universe would have been a shoo-in for Let's Plays from us had we just been a little older and had better computers at that time. If Lego Universe had come out in the last 2 years, we would have been able to capitalize on that a lot.
Agreed.
And it's a bit of a shame that we can't go back and play that world, because I always wanted to play it and my computer is just too bad. It couldn't run it.
What's the only... Is there really only one, online, non-licensed Lego game out right now? Is that Lego Worlds? All the others gone? Wow.
I mean, think about what else could be around.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Overwatch.
Lego
I mean, like-
Overwatch. Yeah. Alright.
Lego Overwatch.
I don't
Good
know.
grief.
I got no clue. I just kind of always figured there were more games circulating, but I guess one by one they've all been picked off. And now there's barely any
Yeah, really.
left.
I mean, the online stuff, I feel like Lego has... I complained about this before. I feel like TT Games has not innovated as much as they could have with the Lego license.
Oh,
And
you
I
got
feel like-
into a lot of arguments on the message boards
I remember that.
over this opinion.
Yeah, no, people were I was it was about the Star Wars Episode 7 game, and I was comparing some of the screenshots to the trailer, and they're like, well, the screenshots are perfectly fine. And I'm like, they're not perfectly fine. I've seen the footage of the game does look better, but those screenshots that they released were really, really bad. There's that one with, where they're just on not tattooing Jakku, and BB-8, and it's just everything about it looks so fake, and people do not like you insinuating that the Lego games are not the pinnacle of the game experience, apparently. They were
I like the general Lego games, the Lego Star Wars or the Lego Chima game or anything like that. I like that style, but anything else,
I forgot about Chima too, yeah.
Yeah. anything else, I either have never heard of it or it just hasn't interested me. Like, I'm not all that into Lego Dimensions. I've never actually played it. I never really played Lego Worlds or anything like that. It's just like, I don't really have much incentive to... Like, I'm a very plot person. Like, if a game doesn't have a plot, then I'm not all that big on it. Other than, like, Overwatch.
I'm with you.
But...
I feel like there wasn't really any... Like, over time, the LEGO games have become really fun for kids to play, but they haven't really innovated anything. They're just a formula that they recycle again and again. And there's some minute improvements from installment to installment, but if we're honestly speaking here, I don't feel like there's anything really there. You know, there's nothing really to set something apart as being the new version of blank. And the thing I really, like, blasted it for is that I felt that the graphics especially could use an entirely better upgrade. And I posted a screenshot of how Battlefield 2 was until Battlefield 3, or not Battlefield, Battlefront. Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Star Wars Battlefront 3, which was released in the 10-year period, as opposed to Star Wars, Lego Star Wars 2, to Lego Star Wars to the, Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. Yeah. No, not Complete Saga. This is Lego Star Wars 2, because Complete Saga was just putting the two games together. It wasn't like a graphical upgrade. So, it's the same money, it's like 10 years in between those two games.
Not nearly as much of an upgrade.
It's been 10 years already.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Because insanity.
I feel old.
I know,
You
right?
shouldn't. You baby.
I don't know when...
Like, Kai can feel old.
I can feel old. I'm really old.
I'm not that much younger than Kahi.
I'm going to a wedding this Saturday. And it's like one of my best friends. He's getting married. I'm like, what? How are you? You're getting married now? You can't. You're too young to get married. She's not too young at all. I'm like, I'm turning 21 in like 3 weeks, maybe.
Wow.
That's crazy. I should not be turning 21. That should be illegal, I think. You shouldn't be allowed to age.
Wow.
Feel like it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we got baby over here.
Yeah, we got a little baby.
Anyway.
I don't sound like that all the time.
There we go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Basically, like, in the end, we take from this is just rip Lego minifigures online. I would say you'll be missed, but apparently not. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's okay.
Heard
It's
of
okay.
it.
It was an okay game.
It's like...
And, it's not surprising to me at all that I honestly thought that it was discontinued a long time ago.
Yeah. Here's what they need to do. First, they need to finish Lego Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Then they need to take everybody in TT Games and focus all of it on Lego Worlds. Make that a big deal. Because it's basically Minecraft with Lego. I mean, as soon as they get multiplayer in there, we're going to be playing that. We're going to be doing a series for that.
It boggles my mind. Yeah, why aren't they Lego Worlds? Why isn't Lego Worlds getting like...
It's the best graphical game by TT Games that is Lego related. It has
it's on the new
best
engine,
graphics.
I believe.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is creative. It's capitalizing on the big thing that's like with kids right now, which is Minecraft. I don't see why they aren't funneling more people into that project. That project feels like it should be like the number one priority for TT Games.
Absolutely.
Because you need... Lego Worlds is what I'm talking about. Lego Worlds is a new concept, a new IP that is creative, it's innovative, it looks way better. It's everything I feel like TT Games should be doing. And they're like, they're not really doing anything with it. We've been waiting for online support for like 2 years now? Or maybe a year. A year now.
Close to a year.
It was just announced last year.
But yeah, it seems like if they had a higher budget, they could have already got here.
Right, and like, I remember when Lego Worlds first came out, it was like a huge, so many people did Let's Plays of it. Even like big people did Let's Plays of it. And then it just kind of, went away because you can only do so much in single player. Once they're able to like, make a almost survival type experience, possibly, I'm not sure how they're gonna work out those mechanics and stuff. So that's a statement. But,
I wish
once
with
they
Lego
have
Worlds,
that,
I wish that building was a bit easier.
Yeah.
Right, I wish building was a little easier. I wish there's more interactivity within the stuff. I feel like that's the thing with Minecraft where like you only have a set amount of stuff and you can't like, it's harder to build more creative stuff on Minecraft when everything's just one type of block. And,
Definitely.
Lego Worlds, you have all sorts of blocks.
Technically you have like stair blocks.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know what I mean, right? It's still a 16 by 16 space.
And yeah. What kind of game I would really want to see? Like some sort of Ninjago MMO type thing.
It would be
Didn't
cool.
they have that at one point?
MMO.
I don't know.
To my
Have
knowledge.
They had
Not
a
an
Chima
Ninjago
one.
MMO.
Never heard of it.
But they had an
They had
Ninjago
the Chima
MMO.
MMO.
Chima one.
Lego universe.
Yeah. But
I mean,
like,
Chima would have worked very well as an MMO if only Chima would, itself worked very well. Because, like, the Chima MMO, you've got a big island, lots of tribes, and lots of quests and stuff you could do. Like, a blank person needs this job done. Go help them with it. Fight this group of people. Ninjago has a bit more of I wouldn't say smaller world, but its world is more focused, I guess. So
yeah,
they could
like it's a
certainly
lot
do
of
side
unique
quests.
locations in
But,
Ninjago.
yeah, you could certainly have an interesting game with Ninjago. I'm not sure why. Maybe
You know
it's
what?
maybe it's because of all this. Maybe they're like, all these games have failed. Why would we make an MMO like Ninjago? Just let's do something else. So
Let's
Maybe.
not beat around the bush here, guys. We all know what was the best Lego MMO ever of all time.
Don't do it.
Okay? The My Lego Network Bionicle quest line. Obviously,
What
this
is
was
That's
that?
not even an MMO. There's a quest line in an
Yeah,
MMO.
for those that don't know, what was My Lego Network?
My Lego Network was essentially what's a good way to describe it? Because I want to say it was an MMO.
Imagine like Farmville and Facebook. Imagine Farmville, but if Farmville was your Facebook feed. That was it. You created your own like network page, and you dragged little stuff into it and stuff.
I remember that.
Remember this, Prpl? Yeah, you do.
Vaguely,
Oh
I
my
was
gosh.
like
Look at that
6
one
years
with the
old at
little
the
robot.
time.
I was so into My Little
Me-
Network.
me
and I got all my
too.
friends
It was-
into it.
I
The
played
best.
Did you say My
I
Little
would-
Network?
My Little Network, My Little...
I was gonna sing it, but I decided against it
That was
wisely.
a smart idea, Eljay. Leave
Yeah.
Meso to
Yeah.
embarrass himself.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah,
Exactly.
honestly, I fare thee well. My Lego minifigures. You did good while you lasted.
You will be
I played
remembered
that game.
forever as that one thing that I remembered was gonna come out and never actually played when it came out. So,
You're right.
all those
Yeah,
good
honestly, I
like,
didn't even hear
Lego
about
Universe.
it until
I remember doing that
just
Let's
now.
Play in that, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Really fun. You know how long ago that was? I'm pretty sure I did the Let's Play of Nira.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure that's how long ago it
Former
was.
cast
that
member
me
from,
and Nira
like,
did a Lego
years.
minifigure. Yeah, this one cast member of our group from like
Had to
years
be
ago.
2+ years ago. That's crazy.
Had to be over 2 years ago.
Man,
Maybe
has
3
the
years
game been
ago at
out
this
for
point.
that long?
Yeah.
It's been out for a while. I think it started around when the first couple series of minifigures were coming out, and they're on like what, series 14 now?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, roughly.
Around
Series
that.
14 or 15.
All right.
So, yeah,
Wow.
something like that.
What's next on the docket?
How did
Well,
they even come up
speaking
with
of
all
Lego
these
games-
ideas? Like, for minifigures?
What was that?
But how did they even come up with so many ideas for minifigures?
I literally have no idea.
I mean,
Sometimes
it's-
I feel like
I'd imagine it's.
they reuse some
You
ideas.
see, the minifigures are oftentimes themed. For the ones that aren't themed, I think it's relatively easy. They're like, well, let's just make, let's make a farmer, let's make an irrigator. Psst, if you guys make an irrigation minifigure, just let me know. I'll give you my face. They're like, let's make a soccer player, let's make an ice hockey player, stuff like that. It's like
So
they just
why
make.
isn't there a marching band themed one? I want one.
They may not have gotten to that yet.
Instruments would be a lot of accessories
not
to
there?
add.
They have marching band minifigures, I believe.
Yeah, I know that they have like certain instruments and stuff, but I just want like an entire series that's just marching band with different instruments.
Wow.
That'd be
Weird.
amusing.
Wow.
Well-
That could appeal to a very select group of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd buy all
sad
of them.
people.
I am
I
sad.
wouldn't say
I'm
that.
not in marching,
Marching band people
anymore.
are actually really popular. In my in the high school in the town I live in, the two people that are the most popular were either marching band people or sports people. And for a while, when sports dipped and sports wasn't as big, marching band people were like the most popular people in that.
Yeah,
My
that
friend
was
who's,
kind of how it
he's
was
a
at
drummer.
my school too.
My friend was a drummer on Prom King. He was so popular.
Wow.
He's a drummer
Yeah.
for the school band.
Well, I've got the one minifigure I'm gonna need. I went ahead and I picked it up on BrickLink, the fencing minifigure.
I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, that's actually that's a thing that I don't know. A lot of people know that you did at some point. is
Oh,
fencing.
yeah, no, I did.
I
did
forget about
two-
that all the time.
Yeah, I did 2.5 years of fencing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
So, like, if ever LJ's in a situation where he's in an alleyway and some guy comes up with a sword, and LJ also has a sword, he knows how to defend himself pretty well.
I do. I remember a lot of it. So, it's like,
Wow.
oh God, clang, clang, clang.
I think my brother
Right,
briefly
exactly.
took fencing, but
I can fence him
He
under
didn't
the
like it.
table. He wouldn't
he's
last
only
long.
like If he's only like 4 years old, man.
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Not
That's
literally, I'm
like-
exaggerating. Because
Okay.
I don't
I
want
was
people
about to
It's
say,
kind of like
how
saying,
old he is.
oh, he's 4 years old, took football. You can totally...
I'm
you can
God,
totally
you
do it.
little toddler, and then clang, kick.
Yeah,
Well,
at
there
that
was
point,
actually
it's
a really
less-
young kid in his class, but like,
If he's 4 years old, it's less about like actually knowing what you're doing and more about just supporting your interests. Let's be real. Like if you're 4 years old and you're doing something, very rarely you're just like, oh yeah, cool, you do this, and then maybe when you're 7, you might be really good at it.
well, I mean, yeah, that's what I did with drawing. I used to draw all the time when I was a baby, and then like,
Right.
I
You
got
just
good
probably-
at it.
I mean, you know, it's like, oh, I bet my brother. It's, you know, it's just kind of the thing. It's like, all right, hey, you know what's really cool about Lego games?
What am
Physical
I?
games.
Physical.
Who am I?
Who
You ever
am
played
I?
that game as a kid? Who am I? It's like the thing where you have a hole in
I-
your road.
Isn't it Guess Who?
You've never played this before?
Isn't it called Guess Who?
Same general idea. I have never played this. I know about it. I'm very well aware of it. I've just never played it before.
It's a okay game. You know, it's like a classic kids game that probably parents will pick out for nostalgia reasons.
Regions.
All right,
Oh yeah,
guys.
the nostalgia
Region.
region.
We're
of
going into
nostalgia.
the nostalgia region. Here we
The
go.
protector
We
of
have
nostalgia.
it's a game
Oh
where
wait, no,
basically
this is
you
a
have
system
like you
podcast.
just ask questions about like you pick a character and you both have the same row of characters, and so you ask you ask the other person like, oh, do you have red hair? Do you have a cap on? You know, are you a guy? Are you a girl? That kind of thing, and you narrow down all your options until you decipher who it is, and it's basically who can ask the best
Yeah.
questions to get that
That's
person.
basically Guess Who.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing a Lego version of it, and it's like a physical thing where it's like you have the minifigures and you put them in.
And
I
then
guess
you
it's
build
kind of
it.
cool.
You build both of the trays.
You can do it with like if you had multiple versions of like other minifigures, you could put it too. Like I'm gonna have 2 Captain
Yeah.
Americas. I could put in 2 Captain Americas.
Exactly.
and you would have
Like
a
with the
different
serpentine
version
from
of that.
Ninjago. That's what I would
Right.
do.
But I mean, that being said, it is a little thing where it's like, oh, are you a snake? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, well, kind of know who you are. Right now.
Well, I mean, if you do like
Are you an
entirely
Avenger?
serpentine,
it's like,
then
yeah, right. Do you have legs? No? Well.
So
it's your Pythor. Well, I mean, what
I-
if the minifigures here is a bird? So you could just ask like, "Hey, are you a bird?" Yeah.
Are you a
Oh,
man?
well.
Are you a,
That would be
you know,
crazy.
Are you human?
Well,
So it's like
one
ice
thing
cream
I
here.
see here, I'm not sure if this is like the person, but I think in like the lower left-hand corner, is that a TSA agent?
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I'm
no.
honestly
You gotta go through the
asking.
pat down.
Yeah, it's
The
like
minifigure.
Kinda looks
that's
that
the
way.
question you ask. That's the question you ask. Are you uncomfortable right now?
Wow.
Do you have any drugs?
Are you uncomfortable
Wow.
right now? Wow. No, that's what the TSA agents ask all the time is, do you have any drugs? No. Well, go right along.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
You got any bomb residue? No, but I am the bomb. Get down on the ground!
Whoa.
So anyway,
Don't joke about bombs with TSA agents, kids. Do not.
yeah.
Don't do that. Eljay learned that the hard way the last time he got into a plane.
It's like,
Oh, boy.
yeah. Do you have
It's
any
a cool
guns with you?
game.
I've. Go ahead.
It's a cool game that I won't be buying because I have no use for it.
The
But it
title
looks pretty
is just
snazzy.
amusing. Like when I first saw it said "What am I?" and I was like, "Wow, Lego's really giving kids existential crises now, aren't they?" Or crises, whatever.
You just feel like, who do you think you are?
I don't know.
I don't know. Stop telling me who I am. I want to know myself. I want to find out.
Who am
Yeah,
I?
it's
You know,
I want to find out.
it's kind of funny. It's like you're playing the game with someone who has amnesia. It's like, well, do you have X, Y, and Z? I don't know. Do I?
Are you Jason Bourne? Are you?
Wow.
Alright, we're done.
It looks like it's a cool game, but I'm not.
Well, it's like a cool
probably
concept. Are there any other games you think that like could fit the Lego format, like classic board games you played as kids that could be like?
Lego Jenga.
Candyland.
Actually, Lego Jenga would be I think that would work actually because
It's like
I'd be
basic. It'd just be
alright, but, like-
blocks.
Yeah, it would just be blocks though. Like I would say, like a Lego Monopoly would be kind of cool.
I was gonna say Lego Monopoly, but it's kind of like that thing where it's the set
Okay,
that
guys.
never ends.
you can take this. You can take this to Lego ideas. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Lego Settlers of Catan.
What?
What?
You build like Come on, you guys know what Settlers of Catan is, right?
No.
Is that a video game?
Is it a game?
You say
I don't even know where to start.
You're like
Lego Dungeons and Dragons.
Do you know the
It's
game
like-
Pioneers of France? Like, no.
Pioneer the
Warriors of Spain. It's like I assume Catan.
Oh, yeah.
Settlers of
Now
Catan
featuring
is a
Christopher
classic.
Columbus.
It's a classic strategic board game. It's one of the. Okay, you know what?
This is so-
Hey, put in the
Medieval.
comments if you know what Settlers of Catan is and you're surprised that these fools don't know what it is. Put it in the comments below. I want to see how many people are like,
I wanna
yes, I
see.
totally play that.
Also, put in the comments below if you know what the Pilgrims of Britain are. That's a great game.
The Pilgrims of Britain.
Now
I don't even. I
now comes
can't
the
even
new.
tell you how wrong that kind of is.
It's got new DLC too. We call it the Trail of Oregon.
Oh my
There's
god.
no
Oh, you
DLC
mean the
for
Oregon
board
Trail?
games. You can't download. You wouldn't download a board game.
I would
Watch me.
All right, fine.
Well, I mean, you could if it was like an online board game. Except it wouldn't be so much a
Anything else,
board
like-
game.
Okay.
Risk or
There's one more
I don't know.
thing we have to talk
Strategic
about today.
Risk. Oh my gosh. Do you know how many like minifigures you'd have to have? All the trophies.
a
Oh my
lot of
goodness.
them.
Mini
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Too many.
figures.
Apples to apples.
Isn't that mostly cards though?
I mean,
It's cards.
yeah, but that'd be a lot of fun.
Would it really? I don't think
What?
it would be. How would you build cards out of Lego sets?
You get
It's like
Get-
it's like having
No,
Lego
no,
cards against humanity.
instead
It's
of-
not going to work.
like you'd have the cards be normal cards, but it's like you're playing for minifigures.
So anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
I like
Let's
that.
move on.
You guys want to talk about the last thing we have
Yes.
on the docket? And
Yes,
that
yes,
is
yes.
Ninjago. We have some Ninjago stuff coming out. There is a contest going on right now, a stop motion contest.
It's
Has
pretty.
started.
It's pretty cool, and I'm tempted to enter it solely because of the prize. But like, somebody
No,
go
you're
run
not.
down, like, what is this?
yeah, I really want that Temple Verjutsu set so much.
I
It's
want
so
that so
expensive.
badly.
So
Maybe
the
we should,
kinda
like,
run
contest.
down of
Collaborate
what
and
the
all buy it
contest
together
actually
and
is.
stick it in the studio.
The contest is you have to make a stop motion featuring Ninjago villains, and the contest is running from I believe now until August. So you have until then to make a stop motion featuring some Ninjago villain, and if your entry wins, you will get the Temple of Air Jitsu set. It's a big,
Okay.
big set.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
here's what I'm suggesting. We all buy some Ninjago sets, personally, by ourselves. We go to Brick Fair, we spend one whole day where we just film. We just do a brick film all day, and we use our Ninjago sets, and we do this crazy elaborate thing with all the super nice cameras and the rendering machines we'll have there. And then we make that, and we submit it before the deadline's due, and we win it.
That would be
Let me
great.
see.
That'd be a great
Let me see.
story.
Wins. When
We're-
is the
it ends
August
August 11th.
so we would have plenty
Oh.
of time. We'd already
Oh
be
yeah,
home.
no, we'll be there by that time.
Right, exactly. So we just got Ninjago stuff, and did a little... We just have to learn how to...
Ninjago.
Alright, listen. Listen up.
Here's
Taking
the
away from my
story.
point. My
Here's what they
point.
say.
My point is, we could do it. That's
Here
my
are a
point.
few notes to help you get a better overall understanding of the Ninjago universe. Action that characterizes Ninjago. Lots of ninja weapons, but no guns. Fighting scenes and close-up fighting sequences. Spinjitzu animations. Many different bad guys. Builds that characterize
nope.
Ninjago Asian-inspired.
Actually, you know what?
No,
Listen,
no.
This is the max is 1 minute. It's a 1 minute stop
Yeah,
motion.
I
That's the
want
max
to
you can get.
read these contest rules. First of all, 1 minute stop motion, that's fantastic. Ven could do that in his sleep. Minimum 15 seconds, maximum 1 minute. We encourage adding original sound and effects and audio. However, it's not a requirement. Entries with audio that has third-party intellectual property rights aren't eligible. My favorite part about these rules are animations are allowed.
You can't just.
Really? I
Imagine
didn't know.
Someone just sends you like a thing. It's just a screenshot. It's just one picture, and it will last for 1 minute, and it's just like one diorama. Of,
I mean, is it possible they're talking about 3D animation?
Maybe.
Maybe.
However, if that is the case, it is not very well specified.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be just stop
it does
motion?
say stop motion, so I'm assuming it's
So,
like.
yeah, one of the comments is like, does that mean we can 3D animate our entry? But it's also like, it's stop motion.
I
mean, you
this,
could
they
use
say.
3D elements. you
I
know.
really like this. They said the atmosphere that characterizes Ninjago, elemental powers, fantasy, humor, ninja moments, and
my
ninja action.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What-
I remember
what
all those
quantifies
moments.
as a ninja moment. Tell me, please.
Moments with ninjas.
Give me an example.
Obviously.
Because, like, I would
You
say
ever
it's
do
ninjas,
something-
like, stealthing around in the shadows, but the ninja don't do that. They do,
Yeah.
I guess, they do rooftop jumps sometimes, crazy flips, but
If
typically
anything,
they're out in
Mia's
the
done
open.
more ninja-y stuff, it seems. Like
Yeah.
when she battled Klaus and all that.
Oh, that was a great fight. Okay.
Oh, yeah, so good.
We should totally do this. I like this idea. Problem being, I'm not sure. Like, if we wanted to make a stop motion about a villain, we would presumably want architecture and not just, like, a bunch of vehicles. And the architecture sets, if we were to all buy to have a bigger part pool, then those are more expensive. I'm not sure. If we do that,
We'll
we could
see,
all-
because there'll be a plethora of Ninjago sets at the LEGO store when we go to Brick Fair. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Let's think about that. That would be
there's
cool.
one more thing regarding Ninjago that we have, unless, like, you guys have anything more to say on this?
Not particularly.
I do have one thing that's interesting is that you can use other LEGO created IPs, such as LEGO Friends, LEGO City, etc., but no licensed stuff.
Yeah, however,
So-
they mention that you gotta be wary because, like, keeping it contained in Ninjago, that's part of the judging process.
Well, obviously, like, imagine all the ninja going against a Garmadon that's put out of construction. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like-
Ooh,
yeah.
interesting.
It's
That'd be
like
interesting, right?
Toa Tahu's fighting Garmadon.
Right, exactly.
Or we can
They
just
all
stick
they all combine, you know, like a Power Ranger or like Captain Planet, like all their powers combined to form like the giant,
let's stick the Hero
Construction
Factory
Ninja.
micro figures in there as minifigures as like Nindroids. I don't know why I said micro figures.
Meso stays outside of the room during the session.
So they just like all their Nindroids, they get like beat up and like it's like yeah. Okay.
No.
That's the other thing.
Right. So the other thing is on LEGO's official Facebook page, they posted an image, and it's Cole facing Ninjago City, and it's very, very atmospheric.
Spooky.
Atmospheric, and the caption is "Time to close the circle."
Yeah, the caption still has like text boxes around it.
I
And
noticed that.
stuff. It's like,
A little weird.
why?
Well, here's my
So the
biggest thing
thing
about
was-
this picture that I really like. I mean,
Yeah.
like, up in the sky, there's like a bunch of clouds and there's a circle in the center. I mean, like,
It's called the moon.
it's totally a reference.
Thanks.
It's a scroll shield. Obvious. It's spiral in the sky. It's like a bionicle reference, but no. I don't understand what they mean, time to close the circle.
Yeah, what circle are they even talking about? Like, when has
maybe
like
it's
that
time to close the franchise. It's like time
No.
to,
They have a
time to wrap
movie.
this up.
Besides the Hageman
Exactly,
brothers,
they're gonna reboot
no,
it after
wait,
the movie.
wait. The Hageman brothers had tweeted on Twitter that like this is not the end, this is only the beginning, in reference to this tweet.
What if this
How
really
long-
is going to be the end of like current Ninjago canon,
No, yeah,
and then
like,
they're going
what
to
if
like
it's like,
reboot
this
it
is-
for the movie?
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
end
that's
of the
what I was
Ninjago
thinking.
world. And then they're gonna reboot it, and they're gonna have him in high school
Ninjago
and stuff.
rebooted.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like Secret Wars, you know, in Marvel,
No.
where everything just kind of came to an end. This might be for Ninjago. It's like maybe it's another world, like the Z world. Oh no!
What?
So anyway.
Doesn't it kind of look like it has a Z on the world, you know, or whatever the
You're
circle
right,
is?
it does kind of look like a Z.
Oh, huh.
That is a Z.
Honestly, it looks more like a dragon, like a weird dragon frowning
You
face on
think
both sides.
everything is a dragon?
Well, I do, but like this is Ninjago we're talking
Here's
about.
my
Dragons
question.
are kind of a thing.
Here's my question. The floating island. What's,
I first thought it was the Cloud Kingdom from season 5 with the ghosts and all
I
that.
first thought
but-
that it's the temple where, like, Sensei Yang is, that was levitated by Nauticon. But, like, if that's
Oh
still
my
there,
gosh.
because we know Sensei Yang is, like, there in the story, is, like, one of the main dudes, or a main villain, who's in the flagship set. But if that's still, like, floating in the sky, then what's
Why
the
would it
deal?
be floating if
What's the deal
Jay
with this? Explain.
redid everything?
Explain, Lego. Explain. I need
Well, I
to
guess
know.
we'll just have to wait until the season's out.
I suppose we must, yes. Do we have any clue? You're more into the Ninjago fandom than I am. When does the season usually premiere? When does it
I have
usually...
no idea. I'm estimating around July, because that was when the previous season had been out.
Okay.
Roughly.
Well, hey, good
But,
night.
yeah.
Antics
image.
shall ensue.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
this season more than most because I want to see an end to the Cole is a ghost spiel. It was one of the worst decisions they ever could have made, and it's not like story critical, but it really bothers me. And I want
I wouldn't say it was like
done with.
one of the worst decisions. It was just handled poorly.
It's my least favorite thing they've ever done, second only to the time travel episode.
And even then,
Wait,
the
wasn't
time
that
travel?
bad.
The time
You'll get
travel
there when you
episode
get
didn't
there,
have the
Kahi.
backlash that this did, because this has lasting ramifications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
travel episode was so stupid.
Well, like,
What are
technically
you talking about?
speaking-
You introduced time
The
travel.
time travel episode had lasting ramifications too.
Yeah,
The
like,
mega
technically
weapon.
speaking, everything that's happened since has been in, like, an alternate timeline.
Yeah, that is true.
No way.
But I mean, the thing is, with the time travel episode, those are what happened. Like,
Mega
what
weapon.
did we get out
in
of
the
that?
sky that was then in rebooted.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, those are positive ramifications. This sucks.
Basically, Kahi, you need to get caught up before the new season premieres. Poor
Yeah,
Prpl.
I mean, I think you guys have this kind of pat down. So
No,
I'll
guys,
just let
not
you
an
guys talk it out.
excuse.
But that
You're
being
the
said-
host.
that
You're
being said,
supposed
I'm
to
gonna-
be in on this stuff.
I'm catching up on everything.
Yeah.
Whenever you introduce time travel into any franchise, I feel like it kind of bogs it down. No
Oh,
matter
yes.
what.
What about
It rarely ever
Homestuck?
works.
Oh, especially Homestuck. Everything came way more convoluted. We had John go back and like do all that kind of timey-wimey stuff. And also, like, if you, what was it, never a show that did this, that had like huge ramifications with time travel?
Ninjago? They did it in... Oh, wait, no, you haven't seen that season now, have you?
I have not seen that season yet. I was on the second season. I feel like I finished the second
But,
season.
Kai, do you mean the second season is in, like, the Serpentine?
Don't
or
you
like-
even. My gosh. Season 1 has the
Bionicle had time
Serpentine.
travel. That was
Season
that
1
messed that
is the
up.
first 4 episodes.
It's just... No!
Yes!
Yeah.
I don't understand. I've never understood this. I get that it's only 4 episodes. I get that they're short, but it is a Lego theme and it's based on years. There was an entire year worth of sets. 2 waves about the Skull villains. Winter and
The Skull
summer. It
villains are
lasted for the
stupid.
entirety of, I believe, what was it,
2011.
2011? Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
The snakes didn't come up until 2012. So I find it difficult to say that they were all part of the same season.
It's just like everything ever has referred to the snakes as like the first season. So like that's just what I go with.
Fair enough.
Like that's how it's
I
like,
believe everything ever is incorrect.
Yeah, everything ever is wrong. Meso
Wow.
2016.
Man,
Yeah, that's
all
pretty
that
much
salt
all I
from the
have to
last
say.
podcast episode's really carrying over.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, hey, thanks for listening to the BrickFeed Podcast, where everything else is wrong. We're the only true source of information, apparently, according to Meso.
Yep.
Tune in next week, where we also talk about how everyone else is wrong and how we're the only right ones here on the TTV BrickFeed Podcast.
My favorite.
We did not do any of our plugs at the beginning, so let's kind of do that at the end here.
You're right. No.
We all forgot.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
This is
It's
why
really-
we should have
really
gotten
short.
Bar.
Really short. We can do, you can go to, vessel.com/TTV channel to get all of our episodes a week early. If you're watching this on YouTube, it is available right now on early access on Vessel. You can still watch all of our videos for free, but if you want to get some of our content early, you can subscribe. It's about $3 a month, or I believe, this is shorter price per year, isn't it? Isn't it like $25 a year?
20 a year. Which
20
is
a
like
year.
a lot
Even
cheaper, trust me.
Even cheaper, and it's way cheaper, honestly, than what you would pay normally. It's like $36 if you pay $3 every month for 12 months.
Yeah, it's like almost
It is
50% off.
$36. Yeah, so it's a really good deal, and it's what I've been using now. It helps us out a ton, and it helps you stay in the know with all the new content we have that comes out. So, feel free to watch us over there. We can also go to our website at ttvpodcast.com. You can also go to our message boards at board.ttvpodcast.com. Join the discussion there. We have all our fans there. Where we interact mostly with the fan base is there. And on Vessel usually, or on Twitter. If you want to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/the3virtues.
We never
Which
plugged
will-
Twitter, but that's supposed to be good. You can also follow
Yeah,
me
well,
on
I'm
Twitter.
starting
By
it
the way,
right
buy
now.
our
We
shirts.
never did a
That's
Lego
kind of
System
important.
podcast either, and look where we are now.
You can always follow me at twitter.com/Messinek to see my occasional ramblings. and funny
Wow.
quotes.
Okay. Yeah. Right. The
Follow me at Prpl Dragon Art because I sometimes tweet like stuff
alright,
from behind the
very
scenes.
good. That's enough.
You can follow me at
We're not
twitter.nonexistent.
personally advocating anything now. Now we're just kind of like, that's it for our plugs. You can buy a shirt at store.tvpodcast.com.
That's it
we
for
have
our
a cool
plugs.
Civil
Oh,
War.
by the way,
I was like, I said for your plugs. Your guys' own personal thing. If you actually want to check out Prpl's art, you can buy a shirt.
yeah,
It
you
has
can
me and
also
LD on
follow
it.
me on Tumblr
It's really
if you
cool.
want to see even more.
It was way better.
Follow me
Way
on
better.
Tumblr,
See,
tumblr.com
this is what happens when you don't rein them
You
in,
don't use
Kahi.
it.
Kahi,
You're
you gotta
right.
rein these guys in. Come on.
I'm reining you in right now. You guys are shutting up. We're gonna say your name. That's gonna be it.
You can also check me out on Reddit at reddit.com/
I'm Kahi. I'm Kahi.
I'm Meso.
I'm Eljay.
And I'm Prpl Dragon.
And this has been the TTV BrickFeed Podcast, Episode 3. Goodbye.
Bye.
And you can follow me over at twitter.com/.
No! I'm rating you in! Rating you in right now.